Guys, before I get into this video, I saw something before I started recording that I wanted to bring to your attention. This is the weekly chart for the spot silver price, and right now silver's sitting at $14.53 an ounce. And I wanted to show you this trend line. This is see this red line right here? This is a very, very strong trend line. It's got a lot of support and a lot of resistance. Right here, it was setting about, let's see, between 1388 and 1445, which is about where it's sitting right now. So that was a support line. It was a resistance line. It broke through support, went down below, a little bit support and resistance. And then it offered a little bit of support right back here at right about where it's right about 1474. And then just less than a half a year, a little over a half a year after that, it went up to about almost 50 bucks an ounce. So if there was a time to buy silver, and I'm not a financial advisor by any means, so you can do what you want with your own money. Don't risk more on any investment than you're willing to lose. But if there was ever a good time, look at this support right here. The support at 1388 to around 1470. This is kind of a sweet spot for silver, it looks like. And we're talking about going back to 2007. Look at this support line. Look at that trend line. Super strong for support and resistance. And right now it's sitting almost exactly on that line. If you were ever going to buy silver, now is a good time to buy. Does that mean it won't go down to $13 or $12 or maybe even down to $9.50 like it did back here in November of 2008? No, you could lose on this. But if there was ever a strong indicator to convert your fiat currency Ponzi scheme notes into real money, solid silver, this is a really, really good trend line. Matter of fact, you could even play it a little bit safer. You could miss the boat if you try to play it too safe, but 1408 is super, super strong. And then I wanted to take a look at Bitcoin. I don't know if you guys remember, but last December of 2018, right around this point right here when it was at 3,600, I said, hey, this might be a good time to buy Bitcoin. And it ended up going down to about $31.66, $3,200. Right now it's sitting at 7,800. So just to put a little bug in your ear, I would not buy right here. It could literally go up to 14 or 15,000, but could also drop down to this support level of 5,100. So you could lose. I mean, this is super volatile right here, guys. This is a lot of action on Bitcoin. And again, I am not a financial planner or advisor or anything like that. You can literally lose your ass putting your money down on things like this. But these are really, really good indicators, very strong indicators, especially for silver. If you're gonna convert your FRNs to anything, silver is a really good buy right now. In my last two videos on my main channel, I promoted Sophia. The YouTube channel is named Soph, S-O-P-H. Alphabet Inc. is hypocritically strong-arming her and trying to censor her into internet oblivion. And the more social and mainstream media tries to crush her, the more popular she gets. But that's what happens anytime you introduce censorship or initiate a ban in society. Those forbidden or prohibited items or content become sought after, and a so-called black market opens up to meet the demands of the public. Because like we talked about in that first video about Soph on my main channel, when you ban something or make something unavailable to the public, you don't eliminate the demand. If people want something, whether it's a bag of weed, a bottle of whiskey, or the clever, snarky quips of an intelligent, articulate teenager, the creator will find a way to make it available, and the public will find a way to access that prohibited item. Now, before they take her down completely, subscribe to her BitChute channel under Soph. That's S-O-P-H. I'll leave the link in the description as well as the link to her Twitter page. And while you're at it, subscribe to my BitChute and Twitter links as well. If my channel goes down and I'm getting real close, I'll be uploading to the BitChute and DTube platforms, and there are more options on the table. YouTube's really shooting themselves in the foot in their attempt to eliminate content that a lot of people want to see. If you missed my last two videos on the main channel, Soph is a 14-year-old YouTuber whose content routinely criticizes social justice rhetoric and the growing absurdity of the woke culture. Soph, along with a collaborator who sometimes assists in writing the scripts, uses a lot of edgy humor to emphasize her arguments. She delivers her points bluntly as she discusses issues like growing toxicity of fandom culture, the power dynamics of modern dating, or the systemic issues prevalent in the modern education system. On May 13th, Soph caught the attention of BuzzFeed news reporter Joseph Bernstein, who published a scathing piece titled, "YouTube's newest far-right foul-mouthed red-pilling star is a 14-year-old girl." Remember, BuzzFeed is the fake news site that's been busted by independent journalists more times than Hugh Hefner has slept with the centerfold. The catalyst for this piece was a video uploaded by Soph titled, "Be Not Afraid," where Soph harshly criticizes the growing trend of social media censorship and the dynamics of outrage culture. And of course, the original upload has since been deleted by YouTube. In his piece, Bernstein discusses the supposed dangers of Soph's channel, which is a point he reinforces by conflating Soph's videos with the actions of the Christchurch and San Diego shooters. He writes, "Soph's scripts, which she says she writes with a collaborator, are familiar. A mix of hatred toward Muslims, anti-black racism, Byzantine fear-mongering about pedophilia, tissue-thin incel evolutionary psychology, and reflexive misanthropy that could have been copied and pasted from 1,000 different 4chan posts. Of course, it's all presented in the terminally ironic style popularized by boundary-pushing comedy groups like the influential $1 Million Extreme and adopted of late by white supremacist mass shooters in Christchurch and San Diego. It'd be difficult to get any lower than launching such an unwarranted veiled accusation like that at a 14-year-old. Bernstein also called on YouTube to censor Soph's channel, painting her channel's existence as a sort of moral failure on the part of YouTube, going so far as to contact YouTube regarding potential actions taken against Soph's channel and the Be Not Afraid video. He writes, "YouTube's kid problem is well known. From disturbing auto-generated cartoons to parents who play act violence with their children for clicks, to a network of users exploiting videos of children for sexual content, the company has consistently failed at protecting the young users who are its most valuable assets. But Soph's popularity raises another, perhaps more difficult question about whether YouTube has an obligation to protect such users from themselves and one another." Bernstein wrote, "Last month, after YouTube deactivated comments on her videos, the platform disabled comments on all videos with children in response to an outcry over the aforementioned network of exploitation. Soph uploaded a 12-minute video in which she seemed to be daring the platform to suspend her, knowing full well that it wouldn't." He says that Soph said, directly addressing YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki, "Susan, I've known your address since last summer. I've got a Luger and a mitochondrial disease. I don't care if I live. Why should I care if you live or your children? I just called an Uber. You've got about 7 minutes to draft up a will. I'm coming for you, and it ain't gonna be pretty." Bernstein goes on to say, "A far-right child comedian threatening to murder the executive of the video site that has made her famous for trying to protect her from pedophiles. The state of YouTube in 2019. Guys, at this point, I just want to say that if she said that in a video, that was a foolish move on her part. People can say anything they want, anything, and nothing should be removed. But in this time of social justice, hypersensitive snowflakes, anybody would know that that wouldn't fly. And then you have the jealous outrage mob at BuzzFeed out there trying to act as the hall monitor. She had to have known that that would not end well, but maybe not." Bernstein continued, "After being contacted about the story, YouTube reviewed Soph's channel. It removed the video containing the death threat against Wojcicki, but not Be Not Afraid or any others. The company also issued Soph a strike, which prevents her from uploading videos for a week." I bet Bernstein and BuzzFeed were really happy about that. They cannot stand competition. Now, following the publication of Bernstein's piece, Soph found that she'd received an additional strike against her channel, independent of the one issued in response to the Be Not Afraid video, and that her upload privileges had indeed been revoked. In response to these actions by YouTube, Soph created an alternate channel on BitChute, a precaution taken to avoid the loss of a platform in the event that YouTube deletes her channel. And basically, I would recommend this to any YouTube channel creator. Ultimately, in a twist of irony, the negative attention brought on Soph and the moral panic incited by Bernstein's article led to Soph being invited and appearing as a guest on The Name That Shall Not Be Mentioned. Guys, as much as I'm willing to protect her right to say whatever she wants when she wants, I've watched a couple more of her videos, and I gotta say that from a dad's perspective, it would hurt me deeply if any of my 3 girls said some of the crass, filthy, over-sexualized thing that she says in these videos. Never would I want anything censored from the internet because I'd rather have dangerous freedom than peaceful slavery, where people can choose for themselves whether they want to watch or not. Intelligence is one thing. Articulating that intelligence as effectively as she does is another. But another aspect I'd encourage her to consider is the kind of person she is inside and how easily she can come across as just another intelligent, profane teenage punk. The way I see it, the world has enough punks. There's enough trash in our society in the adult world. We don't need more of it in the kid world. Trash talking is easy and profanity is commonplace. To me, it's not a good look, and it's especially startling and distasteful coming out of the mouth of somebody so young. But that's just my 2 cents. Let the world, the Google Thought Police, and everybody who wants to shut Sophia down know what you think about this in the comments section below. If you guys enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, and share it with everybody you know. Also, check out over 100 hard-hitting designs in the shirt store, and if you want to support more content, hit me up on Patreon or PayPal. All those links will be in the description and in the pinned comment. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.